Hi everyone! Today I'll be doing a quick review of the newest SLG in my collection, the Louis Vuitton key pouch in the size S. We'll be talking through the features, what fits, size comparisons, and my overall thoughts on whether I think you should add this piece to your collection. So I'm Jo, otherwise known as the Little Bean on Instagram, TikTok, and now here on YouTube. I started this channel in order to provide more in-depth reviews on my bags, as well as to share more of my entire bag collection. If you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. So this size S retails at $365, and it is 5.9 inches across by 3.5 inches tall and 0.4 inches thick. In addition to the measurements, this specific size does weigh 2.4 ounces. Now there are two other sizes that were also released. There's the medium size that is 9.4 inches by 6.1 inches, and that one was $490. And then finally there's the size large, which is 13 inches across, 9.3 high, and that one is $735. In terms of features of this piece, it is very similar to the original key pouch in that it has this key ring here that is attached. It has the standard brass zipper and hardware, as you can see here. I was pretty happy with the alignment on my piece. It did look like everything lined up as it should. Now the interior is the same color as the original, however this one does have an interior pocket as well. So as you can see here, this is mine. It was made in France, which I was very excited about, but it is quite spacious. The monogram canvas does feel a little thicker, I would say, than the original key pouch, but overall there is still some give to it. And as you can see, when it's closed, it does naturally kind of have its own bit of structure to it as well. Okay, let's get into the size comparisons. So this is my original LV key pouch. I bought it directly from the boutique back in, I want to say 2018. So here is the size comparison, and as you can see, this new key pouch is significantly larger, probably about an inch taller and an inch and a half wider in estimate. This one puffs out a little bit more than my key pouch does, so I would say this one is a little thicker. Something else I want to note is the color of the brass is different. Now I know mine is older, but I do think that they are plated in something a little different because this one has a more pinky undertone to it than my original. Next, let's compare it to the mini pochette because I know this is another popular SLG that many people have. As you can see, it's the exact same size as the mini pochette. The difference is in how thick the items are. So the mini pochette definitely has some depth, some thickness to it, where the key pouch is like the traditional in that it is a lot thinner and it doesn't have this widening base like the mini pochette does. I would say the closest comparison would be the Chanel Mini O case. As you can see, it is basically exactly the same size. I wonder if that is a coincidence or not, but I assume that they realized that this Chanel piece was quite popular, and so they decided to go ahead and make their own version of this pouch. And for a more affordable comparison for this key pouch, this is the Coach side zip wrist slit, and as you can see, it is pretty similar in size as well to this one. Again, this one is a little taller and it does have the benefit of the zipper going down a little on the side. Not to mention the fact that this one was $41 when I purchased it. So let's talk about what fits in this key pouch. Today I'll be showing what I actually carry in my everyday catch-all. I recently uploaded a video about what I carry in my everyday bag, which is very different than what I actually share in my What's in My Bag content on my social media platforms. So today, this key pouch will be showing what I actually carry in my everyday catch-all. And for more details on what these items are, definitely check out the video below. So let's open her up. So we'll start with the things that I put in the pocket in the back. So I've got my Advil, Tide wipe. This is like a shout wipe, and a mini Purell. My mailroom keys, some eye drops, some nail glue, a mini powder. This is my mini catch-all in my catch-all. Again, more details on everything in here in that video. And then I have an eyeliner, a lip liner, and a mascara. So now that we know what fits in this key pouch, the next question is, what does this key pouch fit into? So I have here my Alma Nano, and this is a tiny little bag. But as you can see, this key pouch actually can fit into this Nano Alma with no problem. I can actually fit a number of other things in here to include my phone, my key fob in another key pouch, and some extra lippies and whatnot, and still have room to spare. If you haven't checked out my review on this little cutie, please do. It is such a great bag. I definitely recommend it. So now let's touch on some quick pros and cons about this piece. In terms of the pros, I'm going to go ahead and say that I think this is actually a reasonably priced item for Louis Vuitton. The reason I say this is because the original key pouch currently retails at the boutique for $330. So that means for $35 more, you can get this pouch, this small pouch, which is significantly larger, can hold a lot more, and it still has that key holder, so you can still attach your keys and have it serve as an actual key pouch. So if you're comparing this to other SLGs currently at the boutique, I really do think this one is on the affordable range. Another comparison in terms of price is the mini pochette. So the mini pochette is currently $745, which means that this key pouch, which again is pretty much the same size other than the width, is less than half the cost, or about just at the half the cost of this mini pochette. Now, yes, you can attach straps to this one and make it into a mini bag, and you cannot do that with this one, but still, I just think that there is a really large discrepancy in price. So I really do actually think that Louis Vuitton made a mistake here, in the sense that I think they could have priced this higher and people still would have purchased it without blinking an eye. And so I predict that this item, as well as the other two, will go up in price in the coming years. I think that this is right now an entry-level piece, but just like the mini pochette, which started out significantly cheaper than what it is now, I think they're going to raise this price. So if you do want this item, I would recommend buying it as soon as possible. The other pros obviously are the size itself. I think this is a great size for a catch-all, and this is typically the size that I tend to prefer because they fit everything that I need in terms of a catch-all while still remaining quite slim. So I like that this one is a slim silhouette. I like that it is very narrow at the bottom, so it doesn't have that wide base to it. This will allow this to fit very nicely into most of my mini bags. I will say as well that the zipper is very smooth, which is something I appreciate as well. One con I have noticed is that if you put too much into the bag, the zipper will get wonky. So for example, I added an extra pack of Tic Tacs in here, and so when I closed it, it's going to get all, ripply with that zipper here. So obviously I don't recommend that. So I would say that, you have to be careful with how much you actually do squeeze in here, because it could damage the zipper or potentially stretch the canvas. So another potential con is the fact that you can't convert this piece into a mini bag. So with the mini pochette, you can actually attach a chain or a strap to the two D-rings that are on each side, but you can't do that with this key pouch. That said, I have noticed that because the keyring is attached to this little D-ring right here, you actually can attach a chain to make it into a wristlet. So I have this mini chain that I got from Next Fashion Shop that I'll include in the description below. And I'm just going to go ahead and attach it. that. And voila, now it's a wristlet. And so this, I feel like, makes this even more convenient and useful as a piece. You could just carry this around in lieu of a bag, and I think this would be a really great addition. So my overall thoughts on this piece is that it is great, it is a steal, and you should buy it. I, again, think that Louis Vuitton really missed an opportunity to make a higher profit, because I definitely would have purchased this for more than the $365. I think there's going to be this psychological aspect that, you know, if the key pouch is $330 and for $35 more, I can get this significantly larger piece. This is going to draw a lot of people to purchase this. And so I really think they could have bumped it up even to $400 or $425, and people would have still thought that that was a good deal. So I am a little surprised that they went in at this price point, but I predict that it's not going to stay at that price point for very long. But who knows? I could be wrong. The Kirigami set is still $760, which is, to me, another really great steal for the fact that you get 3 pouches, and they have not increased that price in years. So maybe I just don't understand their pricing strategy. But either way, I think this is a fantastic piece. I'm so excited to have it in my collection. I'm already going to start using it as my daily SLG. And so I do recommend that you check this one out if you are considering or in the market for a new piece to add to your collection. So that wraps up this video today. As always, I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think this is worth the hype? Do you think this is worth the investment of money? Definitely share in the comments below. And again, if you're interested to see what I actually carry in my everyday bag, be sure to watch this video right here. Otherwise, bye for now.